When the White House decided to forgive $10,000 to $20,000 in student loans, there is one looming question that remains unanswered. Who will pay for that? Here's the difficult truth. That money isn't going to just disappear. It's not like me lending a friend $1 to buy a pack of gum. If he doesn't get it back, it won't sink my bank account. According to an early estimate by the Wharton budget model, as published by Forbes, for giving up to $10,000 per borrower under Biden's income limits would add up to $519 billion to the federal deficit over the next decade. Canceled federal student loans would be immediately added to the federal deficit, which measures how the country owes more than it makes in a year. The government has two options to reduce the deficit: decrease spending or raise taxes. It can decrease spending by cutting Social Security benefits, stopping programs that could help the economy, and increasing the GDP with infrastructure projects, among other things. Either option would funnel down to us, to every single taxpayer, resident of America. It means all of us will have to pay for it. There's also the issue of priority. According to Brookings, a nonprofit research institute, this student loan forgiveness would rank among the largest transfer programs in American history. Even $10,000 in debt forgiveness would involve a transfer that is about as large as the country has spent on welfare, called the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or TANF, since 2000. It also exceeds the amount spent since then on feeding hungry school children in high poverty schools. It also dwarfs spending on programs that help feed low-income pregnant women and infants, or provide energy assistance to those who otherwise struggle to heat their homes in winter. The only way all of us, even those who chose to either save up for our children's college or skip college altogether, could benefit from this is if and only if the money these beneficiaries free up goes back into the economy. Then it will continue to stimulate the economy. The problem is there's no guarantee. There are other issues too. Some parents decided to save up for their children's college education and took 2 to 3 jobs just to make sure their kids would be debt-free. Is this fair to them? The people who decided to skip college and go straight into the workforce will now have to pay for someone else's college. And what about those with loans that went to another country and used their education elsewhere? We will still pay for those. Helping those in need is, of course, a priority. The only question is whether or not we are doing it the right way. Isn't it better to provide grants to startups? Is it better to help single mothers struggling to make ends meet? Isn't it better to provide better programs at the grade school and high school level? At this point, however, there's not much that we can do, even if these latter questions are answered. But we need to know who is paying for this deficit we are creating, because anytime Americans' money is involved, it's everybody's business. If you have comments or reactions, leave your comments below. I'll be reading them.